Yo, what's
Yo.
up? What's up? Happy cookout day.
Nah, happy holidays.
Happy holiday. Happy holidays, everybody.
uh,
Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave. This is Sam. And no fancy background
Look
today.
what's up here for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo.
Cool. Shutter Shade Sam is back in action. That's how
Hey.
you know we about to get a quality
Yo,
review in
it's
here.
about to fall off because I don't have hair on the side. So
Yeah,
yeah.
nothing to latch on to
Yeah,
now,
nothing to
huh?
latch on to. I don't know. I don't know. These shades are slipping.
They slipping, slipping. So we hope everybody is enjoying their holiday
Oh my
today.
gosh.
Hope everyone's getting some good food and some good grilling going on, seeing some nice fireworks out there. Y'all gonna hear a lot of booms because there's some fireworks going on like right
Yeah,
outside my
exactly. I was about to
house.
say. Yeah.
But um, regardless of that, we're here. We're gonna give you a review of Loki, the latest two episodes, episodes 3 and 4. If you saw our previous reviews, which you should all go and subscribe to our channel and check out all of our previous reviews that we've done, you may have heard a little hint of us saying how we have a bit of a problem with Loki. And today we're going to dive into that just a bit and tell you how we feel the rest of the series is going to pan out with these last two episodes left. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media, Instagram,
Hey,
Facebook, Twitter, and
hey.
Sam does her anime reviews, BrickWall Anime. So tune in for that
Sporadically.
sporadically, sporadically throughout the week. You never know when they're gonna pop up.
Sporadically.
So make sure you guys tune in. And again, it's important that you subscribe so you can be notified when we go live. All the reviews are live. So
Live.
go
That's how you
ahead.
said it?
I said live.
I know
Live.
it. Live.
So gonna start off with Loki episode 3. This one pretty much picks up from the end of episode 2, as these things tend to do. So first I just want to talk about general thoughts of episode 3, and then we're gonna kind of talk about specifics. So I want to start with you because we don't often get you here for our Marvel TV series reviews. So tell the people, what are your thoughts of Loki going up to this third episode?
Well, anyway, so I don't know. I was excited to see Loki because I know it was like a side that, a lot of people want to see, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause we don't really get to see his lifestyle like in like, the Marvel film. So I'm like, okay, this is good. Like I get to. So the first episode, I'm like, okay. Second, third, I'm like, hold the hell up now.
So is that a good hold the hell up?
Nah, that's like the fuck. What just happened here?
Yeah.
When, where, why, and how?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get it. So I'm like, so yeah. All that to say, I'm disappointed.
All right,
All
good.
that to say, I'm disappointed.
In short terms, disappointed. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely share that same boat. I talked about the first two episodes and how I enjoyed it, how I thought they were good, but I wasn't as hype as I was to say with Falcon and Winter Soldier and with WandaVision. I wasn't as excited to see where they were going. This one, I'm kind of just like, okay, so what's next? What's the point? What are we getting at here? To your point, I do enjoy seeing more of Loki, even though this isn't our original Loki, so to speak. This is a variant of Loki, which I did, they do go over that in the first two episodes. And so just knowing it's a variant, this is a version of Loki that goes after the 2012 Avengers, blah, blah, blah. And so it was really cool. I was like, okay, we're gonna see this crazy Loki, this out of control Loki.
Yeah, because where he's placed in time, you would have thought. So
right.
It's like,
and they kind of flipped that on his head. And I'm like, okay, well, fine. We need him to kind of be some type of a protagonist for this. We need to still enjoy him, and we can't just have him going around murdering people entire episodes, because then it'll get old and play it out a little bit, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. We got this little buddy cop dynamic thing going on. Okay, fine. The variant he's chasing is himself. Okay, that's great. The twist at the end of the episode of episode 2 was that was a female Loki, which was a nice twist, nice turn. So here we are with episode 3. And when I say disappointed, that's a light term, because I don't know a word beyond disappointed that would accurately describe how I felt about it. So this one, like I said, picks up right after the second episode. They end up on this planet. It's like about to
I'm like, how?
right, like
Like,
it's like about
why?
to blow
Like,
up because again, the only way that this female Loki variant has been hiding is that she goes to end of the world events throughout time. So that's the only way you can't find a variant because that timeline is already about to be destroyed. So there's no way that you could possibly cause an anomaly. Um, so them interacting with each other was fine. It was okay. Sylvie, as she's known, she doesn't like to be called a Loki. She's an interesting character.
Yeah.
I still think she's Enchantress. Like they could have just went with she's Enchantress because I mean, unless it's like her origin story for how she becomes Enchantress, but even then, I'm not really even excited for that because it's so obvious. And I don't know, like seeing her ability, seeing her action, it was kind of fun. It was interesting to a degree.
I mean, I would say that we really didn't understand, or maybe I just didn't understand what she was doing until maybe episode 4, where her powers were a little more described.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah, they do kind of be a little vague with her power set in episode 3. They say, oh, she can go into your minds and make you do things, and it's like okay, but in the 4th episode, they do kind of go into how she can do it. She can't create memories and things like that.
Yeah, and I would say that also because of the fact that I'm like, what? Also because of the fact that when Loki encounters Sylvia to begin with, she's already warped people's minds. So, like, how could she make them perform like that and stuff like that?
Yeah. And I mean, because in the way episode 3 started off, I was really into it, which is again why I was so let down by it because it starts off, she's interrogating someone from the TVA that she got a hold of in the 2nd episode, and you find out she's pretty much embedded in her memories. And then I'm going to cut right to the reveal of episode 3. If you haven't seen it, spoilers, but shame on you. So it's kind of revealed throughout the episode that the workers of the TVA are actually themselves variants that were taken from different points of time, which again is a very interesting concept. But I just feel like there's not a lot of excitement behind it because it's just like, oh, okay. So what happens now? That's just how I feel throughout this entire series. Like, okay, so what happens now? What happens now? Not like in an exciting way, and more of a just like, okay, you're gonna tell me when this gets exciting because the trailers for the show looked incredible. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the wildest thing, and I'm just like, we're getting somewhere.
I don't even remember really watching the trailer. So I mean, I never really do. That's not like
that's
not I do. So like, but for me, like I said, I just expect a little bit more, especially this coming after Captain America.
Right. So 2 high bars in a row, and then this one's just like hella mid. Like
it's like, well, damn.
Yeah.
And then Loki.
Yeah, Loki.
Like you doing this to Loki?
Right.
Like damn. Like to me, like you're making a joke out of him. Like.
Right, because he even break down his character, and now he's more pathetic than he is like maniacal and enjoying. And I understand character development, and he can't stay the same forever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's still like you still want to see Loki kind of do the mischievous thing, and now we get like a character study of him. And then in episode 3, because when I say nothing really happens in episode 3, I'm not like. It's rare that I can't find anything that really happens in an episode of a show. Nothing happened in this episode. Loki, it's revealed that he's a bisexual or something like his sexual orientation is revealed in this, which
like who cares?
Okay, exactly. Yeah, that
who cares?
Listen, this might get me canceled, but I got to say it because I'm tired of not saying this. I don't think it's important to know the sexual orientation of a comic book character or a fictional character unless it's 100% contributed to their story and it's established day one. Like if it's a day one thing, okay, fine. I'm cool with it because it's part of the character. But if it's something that's just like bought up just to add into representation, I don't think that's cool. Because it's just like, okay, well, why all of a sudden is this character this way? It's like, what purpose does it serve in the story? And then for him to in episode 4 start developing feelings for Sylvie and not Mobius, it's like, well, what was the point? What was the point? But that's my light. That's my light rant on that. That's my light rant because I'm in a really kind of a, I ate some good food today. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of enjoy episode 4, so I kind of don't want to dwell on episode 3. I don't want to get all political today. So that's my light rant on that. That's all I got to say about that.
I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, for me, it's just like a big shrug. But I mean, outside of that, I mean, there were fun moments in the episode, like Loki getting drunk and doing the whole, song that he did for everybody, and then when the plane was about to blow up, and they're running through the city trying to stop the shuttle from taking off, and so that they can preserve that timeline and survive or something like that. Those are all interesting things, and I thought in my head, I'm like, okay, this might be a trick from Loki just to try to get into Sylvie so he can, do his thing, like his regular Loki thing, stab you in the back, which they kind of make a joke about too, like stab people in the back 50 times. Well, I never do it again, like that, But episode 4, it doesn't go that route. But now it's now where we're at
it's a whole different route now.
Yeah, it's a completely different route, and while I can respect it, that doesn't mean I necessarily enjoy it.
Like to me, it just seems like, in a way, they're trying to imitate, WandaVision. It feels like with having like the different episodes like that.
Yeah,
and like in WandaVision, like we got it, like
yeah.
But for Loki, no.
Yeah, it's like you don't get, like you don't really know where it's like is. And I understand you're not supposed to understand where everything is going, but if you're asking people to tune in on Wednesdays every week to something, it's kind of important to kind of know where these things are going.
I don't
to have an idea, a light idea.
I mean, no, because we waited for WandaVision 2. We didn't know where it was going. It's just, I think then you never really want to know where a show is going.
Yeah.
So I just think that it had us going in a direction, and then it's just like jumping all over the place.
Yeah, it does feel it does feel jumpy. Especially when they take away that they kind of with the Mobius and Loki dynamic,
because like you would have wanted to find out, okay, this is after he takes the Infinity Stone, after they go back and after, right. It's like after, so it's like
so this is what you were doing the entire time, like uncovering a conspiracy, and arguably becoming more of a hero than the god of mischief. And they do such this big character breakdown of Loki, and I'm just like, okay, it's fun to see that. It's nice to get a different angle of it, but at the same time, it's just like, where are you trying to take this character right now? Like, where are you? Because now it's like, okay, now Loki's in love. He had feelings for somebody, and they could have taken it in a direction at the end of episode 4. This one I won't spoil, even though it's been since Wednesday. But towards the end, they start to take it in a way where I'm like, okay, now we're flipping the script here, but then they kind of just immediately backtrack on that. And so now you have 2 different, very distinct stories about to happen in 2 episodes. And I'm like, okay, you can pull it off. I believe they can pull it off, but at the same time, it's just like, now I'm just like, okay, let me just get to the ending of this so I can see this as a whole. Maybe as a whole, this might sit better.
I thought about watching it from the beginning and then just like going through it again. Just to see. I'm still debating it.
Yeah, I would probably want to do that too, just to kind of make sure there wasn't anything that like I'm missing, because I see a lot of people, they talk about it, especially the episode 4, which got people talking about it again in such a high regard, and I'm just like, I didn't see the same thing. I must not have watched the same episode, because while I did get those oh shit moments, like it was literally like the end of the post-credit scene in the episode. I was like, oh snap, like Okay, I'm a little more like
No, that's over exaggerated.
for you. It's over exaggerated.
Yeah, that's over exaggerated.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
For me, yeah, it is.
I see the potential of directions that they could go with that, but I'm not committing myself to being hype about it. And I don't think I will be hype about it until maybe like the last episode.
Oh,
If they,
we'll just see how it's incorporated.
yeah,
You know, that's what I'll say. We'll just see how it's incorporated into the, the next one.
yeah,
And even though it might be incorporated, just I don't know. It's just like they can still do some bullshit.
yeah. It's like they can still kind of just drop
bullshit.
the ball.
Yeah.
This is a Marvel show thus far that has been dropping the ball very, very slowly, while other ones have been kind of like holding in place, or lifting it, raising the stakes and everything. This one's kind of been like, yeah.
Right now, you know how I feel about Loki right now?
How?
Like I'd rather watch Captain Marvel.
Oh God! Oh whoa!
Yes.
Whoa!
Yes.
That's it. Now that for y'all who don't know, that's a kick in the balls to this show, because Sam has not watched Captain Marvel since we paid to see it in the theaters. I also have not watched. Well, I've watched it once or twice since then.
Man.
But it's something I keep saying. Well, maybe I'll watch it again just so I can, be fair. See if my opinions change. And every time I think about it, I'm just like, there's something else out to watch. So I don't know. Maybe before the Captain Marvel 2 comes out, maybe I'll give it another watch. As if it'll be necessary at that point. You got like 6 Captain Marvels. But getting back to Loki. So, like I said, nothing happened in episode 3, but I do want to talk about some of the things that happened in episode 4. I am going to start spoiling stuff on this. I just won't spoil the post-credit scene, but I will spoil a few things that do happen. So, of course, Loki and Sylvie bought in to the TVA because they get caught because they found a way to find them.
You know how?
Yeah, their affection for each other, some type of affection they have for each other, which is kind of weird. Because it kind of does.
I just want to say that I think that it just builds their energy levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
So and the energy is
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking, because it kind of does hold true to that. The only person Loki cares about is himself. And this is like a very clear representation of that. But I like that. I hadn't thought about it like that. It's building their energy levels. As opposed to, that makes a lot of sense. So they find them because they're, what's it called? Nexus event. They start to create a Nexus event and at the end of the world. So they're bought in, and, Mobius is led on to this big conspiracy theory. You have one of the other TVA workers that had an encounter with Sylvie. Is starting to freak out because they're starting to realize things. So, and you have the head of the TVA played by Gugu Mbatha Raw, who is doing, it's good to see her. And so I hadn't seen her much, but it's good to see her here really getting the chance to show off in a film, which goes to say something about being in a Marvel product. You're gonna show off.
She was all right.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't sell me.
No?
No.
I thought she was good. Again, I haven't seen her much.
I didn't even know who she was. I thought she was, just new.
I have an obscure movie that you saw, and if I name it, you might be like, "Oh, her." It was like some movie where she was like a celebrity and going through like mad shit, and she was like always drunk, and she meets this guy.
Oh.
Yeah, she was in that. I forgot the name of it, but that's what she was.
Starlight or
something like that. Yeah, that was her. I believe that was her. So Mobius, he gets put on to the whole thing. We get a really cool return of a Thor character who's forgotten about, and it was kind of a shitty return too. But Lady Sif, for those who know the Thor mythology, she was only in like the first Thor, or maybe like the second one too. But so Loki's put through this whole thing, another breaking down of his character. Mobius catches on. They actually meet the TVA or the TVA because it's revealed, spoilers, that they're like androids or something like that. So they're like fake.
The TVA?
not the TVA, the timekeepers.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. The timekeepers.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah, so the timekeepers are fake. Well, the ones that they meet are fake. Their designs were really cool. I did like their designs. That's like one of the things I did like about it. I was like, wow, they look all kind of weird and creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them in particular look like the character that we all know is behind this, Kang the Conqueror, who's going to be played by Jonathan Majors from Lovecraft Country. So we all know at this point it's Kang the Conqueror is going to show up in the show at some point in time. I'll explain that to you at some point in time. Some point in time twice. But so that happens, and then should I talk about the shocking deaths in this episode, or should I leave that for the viewers?
I would leave it because you should have mentioned it if you was gonna mention it.
True. Okay, so there are some shocking deaths in here, and then we get to the end and the post-credit scene, which was like we said earlier, interested to see where it goes, but not necessarily excited for it, just interested to see where it goes.
I'm just gonna go into the open-minded,
Yeah, this is the first time I'm going to a Marvel product, and it's so weird for me because I'm seeing I'm on Twitter, we're on Twitter, so I'm scrolling through Twitter for episode 3. I saw no one talking about it, so I was like, whoa, like what the hell's going on? Did the episode not drop or something? Then episode 4 drops, I see no one talking about it for an entire day. The next day, everyone's like, oh, something happened in Loki. I'm like, oh, okay. So everyone must have just decided not to watch it on Wednesday. Right. So it's weird. It's really weird. The social media buzz for this show is not where Falcon and Winter Soldier was or where WandaVision was, where I had to take like 2 to 3 day breaks off of social media so I wouldn't get spoiled. Like here, I'm just like, oh, wow. And even the little spoilers that I accidentally see, like my eyes glance at, it's just like, I'm seeing the episode. I'm like, well, wait, I don't get it. That wasn't hype. That wasn't like, I didn't have to reserve myself for this. Yeah. So it's really weird, and not in a good way for this show. So these 2 episodes, I think we gave the first 2 episodes like 4 stars, maybe. I don't remember what we gave, and go back and check, you guys. But
I ain't about to give out no stars right now. I can't.
Yeah, maybe we didn't give out stars. Maybe we did.
Out no stars. I'm sorry. It's the first time ever in history that I'm not giving out no damn stars.
Man, woo! Just a historic episode of BrickWall today. Woo! This is spicy. This is spicy content. And you know what? I would trade that with you, but because I'm addicted to my stars, this is going to go in the Wall of Fame of BrickWall. I'm giving these 2, the Wall of Shame. I'm giving these 2 episodes as a collective. I'm giving them about 2.5 stars. Now, individually, I will give episode 3 2 stars, and I will give episode 4 I give 2.9. I'm not good at averages, so I know my total score for both may not make a lot of sense. I'm horrible at math. What would the average be mathematically?
Yo, you tripping. I'm not about to do no damn math. You better pull out your
Well, mathematicians.
What I know is that you already got over 2.5, okay? How you gonna give the show as a collective of 2.5, then break down the episodes, and the shit still don't come up to 2.5? That should be almost 5.
All right. Well, listen. Anyway, I give these 2 episodes individually a low rating, and I give them collectively a low rating. So that's just where I'm at. Loki is a meh for me right now, but I am gonna stick with it for the next 2 just to see where we land with this.
Might as well.
Might as well
just finish it on out.
Might as well finish it up. So, you got anything else?
Nope.
No.
Sleepy.
Yeah, I got nothing else either. So. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a fun bashing of Loki. Marvel fans, don't kill us. We still got 2 to go.
I don't care.
Leave your angry thoughts in the comments, and we will read them. But just know, if these last 2 episodes don't hit, they ain't gonna hit. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see. We will see. So, next review will be here. Both of us, me, you,
tomorrow. We'll see.
Luca review is tomorrow, so
We'll see.
you know, we'll see who shows up.
Shows up to work.
We'll see who shows up to work tomorrow for Luca review.
Yeah.
But it will be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And on sometime this week. Sometime this week is going to be a BrickWall anime.
It's going to be on the Sins. I'm so sorry.
7 Deadly Sins, the latest season, just premiered on Netflix at the end of last month, the 28th. So if you haven't watched it yet, make sure you watch it because she's watched it several times. So she owned. So what's going down? Next BrickWall anime is going down for 7 Deadly Sins. If you want some more content, make sure you follow us on Instagram. I did a mini review for Fear Street 1994, and I will be doing another mini review for that on this Friday coming up. And I'll probably do one for the next one. Good trilogy of movies. I'm working on a BrickWall horror resume for these horror movies I've been watching lately. So it's gonna be a fun one. But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Follow us on social media. And until next time, you guys stay safe tonight. Enjoy yourselves. No drinking and driving. Enjoy the fireworks and take your asses home. Home. Let's not do nothing crazy. So,
all right.
Much love.